They have an exam.
ISR
Okay.
has their board exams on 21st, so 21st is tomorrow.
Acha.
Hmm.
For board exam. They will get the recording if they don't want to join the class right now. Okay, so then we will have formation of BEF2, and that was static number what? Static number 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so static number 3 now. Okay, you have the table, right? You have the table, yes or no? From which you can tell me the hybridization.
Uh, S
Yeah,
SP2.
yeah, SP2, correct. Okay, I have this. Okay, so static number is equal to 3, and so if we know the static number, then we can directly tell the hybridization. Assalamu alaikum, Umar. How are you?
Walaikum Assalam.
So hybridization will be sp2, and the molecule will have a general formula that is AB3, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? AB3. Now, if the hybridization is sp2, then I will write the atomic orbitals which are participating in hybridization are what? 1s plus p and plus p. After that, I can write the hybrid orbitals, right? So hybrid orbitals will be how many? 3. Yeah, I should write 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, correct?
Yes.
3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay. Now, what do we do after this? We mix them, right? We mix them. So if we mix them like this is your s orbital, and you have 2 p orbitals, 1 p, and the another p. Let us get it vertical, and this would give you 3 sp2 orbitals. Okay, so one of the lobes will be bigger, and the smaller one, and the other will be small. Just increase its size, right? And then you will have 3 such hybrid orbitals. Okay, 3 such hybrid orbitals. Now our job is to arrange them in such a way. We have to arrange it in such a way that they have the least repulsion and the maximum distance between them. So if you have 3 balloons and you tie them together, what do you think? What kind of shape they would acquire? What kind of shape that they will acquire? So you're tying them in between, right? You're tying them. So this is the, let us say, this is your knot. Here you have the knot. Here you have the knot. Okay, why is this not working? Yeah, it's working now. Here is the knot. You will have one of the lobes like this. You'll have one of the lobes like this. That is the bigger lobe. Then you will have another big lobe like this. And then you will have the another big lobe like this. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is how you will arrange them. No? This is how you will arrange them. So this is the arrangement. All these are sp2. This is also sp2. This is also sp2. So when they mix together, they form this type of shape, and this has 120 degree. And if I join them, then I can see that, let us say if you have A, then you have the, so this is trigonal plane, right? If you have the B here, and if I join these atoms, I will get a triangle. And that is why the geometry is
Triangular planar.
trigonal plane. Trigonal planar. Okay, Muhammad Umar, the question that you sent, you sent me a question, right, Muhammad Umar?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the only thing that you did not do was the hybridization. Now you understand that you have to hybridize it also,
Okay, sir.
right? You
Okay.
have to mix it also. So this is what? This is your, yeah, AB3, na? AB3. So we will look at an example that is of.
So can you zoom out a bit?
Can I?
Zoom out.
Yeah, okay, you can write this. You can write this.
Okay, so just a minute.
Okay, Muhammad Umar, can you please write the chapter which is going on in your school in the chat? Okay. Deepa, what about you? In your school, states of matter is about to get completed, or it is
Completed, sir.
states of matter is completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's the last chapter we did before the exam started.
Acha.
No more classes are going on right now.
And classes are going on.
No, they're not going on because exams.
And so they will not be going on till when? When are they going?
Till 28th, we have exams. So they'll start from 29th.
From 29th, you will start then. Yeah, that board examination, right, Umar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Muhammad is saying that he also has chemistry examination. So is it online or offline?
For us, it is offline.
Okay, what about you, Reba?
Offline, sir.
Offline, okay. But you had the school examinations, right? The first time school examinations?
This is the first term one, sir. We
Okay,
had
this is the term
pre-board.
one.
We had pre-boards before this.
Acha, you had pre-boards before this. How did you score? How was your score?
Nice.
Acha, it was nice. Okay, thank you. What about you, Muhammad Ahmed? Did you have any pre-boards?
Yes, I had pre-boards. I got nice.
How did it go?
Nice marks.
So you got nice marks. Okay, fine. So pre-board and board, they will have the same syllabus, right?
Same syllabus.
Okay. So you guys are done writing this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us look at this particular example, that is AB3. And what do? We determine what will be A and what will be B, right? The potential candidates for A and B from the periodic table. So can you please tell me what can be B? B has the valency. It has the valency of 1. That means it can be either group 1 or it can be either of group 17, correct? Yes or no? Either group 1 or group 17. Now this A has the valency of what? A has the valency of 3. So this can be, and obviously it is making bonds. So this can be what? This can be group 3 or
nitrogen. Group 15.
Group 15 also, right? Group 15 also. But please remember that, see, we have not taken any lone pairs, right? Now, if nitrogen is making a bond, if it is making 3 bonds, then it will have a lone pair here, right? Yes or no? Okay, so we are just taking what? The sigma bond is equal to 3. And there is no lone pair, right? Static number is 3 here. Actually, I did not write the case here. Okay, fine. So this 15 cannot be there because as we have only made the sigma bonds and no lone pair, right? And no lone pair. So the only candidate that is left is the group 13, sorry, group 13, not group 3, group 13 elements in the P block. So that would be boron. And obviously group 1 will not form covalent compounds. That is why I can eliminate the group 1. So this is boron, and from group 17, I can take any chlorine or chlorine, right? And also one more element has the valency one, that is hydrogen. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So hydrogen is also a candidate. Hydrogen is also a candidate that we can get an example of AB3 from boron and hydrogen. So in your NCERT, I think it is BCl2. Sorry, BCl3. BCl2 is also there, but this is BCl2.
1 second.
Acha, you want to write this down? Okay.
Thank you.
What about Umar? Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for example, here we will take BCl3. And what are the things that we have to do in BCl3? First of all, what we will do, we will identify the central atom. Central atom is boron, right? And boron has the atomic number 5, okay?
Yes,
5, no? Yeah, 5. So this has 1s2, 2s2, right? And no, boron has 4 atomic number, no? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron.
Beryllium has 4.
Boron has 5. Boron has 5. Beryllium has, okay, yeah, 2p.
2p1.
2p1. And so we have these two. So we'll write the ground state here. So please listen to the question that I asked. Okay, listen to the question that I asked. Now tell me, how many bond is boron making? How many bond is the boron making?
3 bonds.
3 bonds. And how many unpaired electron does it have?
One.
One. So so promotion is needed, right? Promotion is needed, right? Promotion is needed. So it will get promoted here. So 1, 1, and 1 electrons. And then you have S. This is also P. This is also P. So these will hybridize, and then you will get the hybrid orbitals. That set of hybrid orbitals will be 3 sets of 3 sp2. That will make these are the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay, these are the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay, now you will not write whatever I'm writing here. Okay, don't write this. So let's look first. Chlorine. Chlorine has the atomic number 1. Chlorine's atomic number 17, right? So we will have argon or neon. Argon or neon in the electronic configuration. Neon, na?
Neon.
Neon. And after that, 3s2, 3p5. 3s2, 3p5, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now chlorine, it will have, this is 3s2, this is 3p5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So chlorine will be making how many bonds? One chlorine will be making how many bonds?
1 bond.
1 bond, right? And how many unpaired electrons are there?
One.
1, right? So this unpaired electron from the chlorine will be participating in the bond formation, right? So we have, these are the hybrid orbitals with each having 1 electron. And then you have the chlorine atoms, right? The chlorine orbitals. So this is one chlorine, this is another chlorine, and this is another chlorine. All of them have 1 electron each. And then these can bond, right? These can bond. And then you will form what? You will form BCl3. So how will the BCl3 look? Just write these down and let me fetch for a photo, okay? Okay, got it. This is your BCl3. These have 1 electron. Oops. These have 1 electron each.
Can you scroll up a bit?
This one?
Done.
Umar Abdullah, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Umar, can you please send me in chat which chapter is going on in your school? No. I mean, what is the last chapter that they completed? What is the last chapter that they completed? Organic chemistry. Okay, so your term 2 syllabus has not started yet? No. Okay. And did your teacher tell what chapter will they be starting? Can you ask them? Acha, you will ask. So tomorrow you have a chemistry test, right? Umar Abdullah. Tomorrow you have English. ये क्या खेल हो रहा है आप लोग जरा बताइएगा हमें. रीबा, उमर उमर मोहम्मद उमर एंड उमर अब्दुल्ला. उनका इंग्लिश कैसे है?
So we have different dates for some reason. Like ISR, the exams are starting tomorrow, like first paper, and for our school we started our exams on 18th, 14th. Different
Okay.
dates for some reason.
Sure. So let me know if you're done, guys. Okay, let me know if you're done. So obviously, see, whenever you have these type of structures, then you will be asked regarding the geometry and shape. So geometry here is what it is. Trigonal plane, trigonal planar, right? And if you have the shape is tetrahedral. Oops, I'm sorry. Why do I want to write tetrahedral? Trigonal planar. The last class, Umar, you were not feeling well. How are you feeling now? Yes, Muhammad Umar.
No, I'm fine now.
You're fine now. Okay. Let me know if you're done. Done? Okay. Yes. What about Umar? Are you done, Umar?
Yes, I'm done. Okay. Can you do for meeting?
Yeah. That's what we are going to do now. Strike number 4. Yeah. Did you not watch the previous lecture?
What, sir?
Did you watch the previous lecture?
I watched some.
Okay, you watched some, na? So we are doing all the steric numbers. Okay, all the steric number. The steric number is equal to 4 now. And in this, we will have some cases. So case 1 is, you can have steric number 4 when, even if you have the number of this hash sign is for number of sigma bond, which is equal to 4, plus the number of lone pair is equal to 0. Okay, number of sigma bond is equal to 4 and number of lone pair is equal to 0. Now, this will give me the steric number 4. So in the case 1, the steric number is equal to 4. And after that, we write the hybridization. So what will be the hybridization according to the table that I have given? What would be the hybridization? The general one. Okay, I have given 2 hybridization. For 4, I have written a star that I will discuss it. So tell me, what is the hybridization there? The 4 star? sp3, right? sp3. So here then we write the atomic orbitals that are taking part in the hybridization is s plus p plus p plus p. Right? And so obviously these will be px, py, and pz. And after that, the hybrid orbital that will be formed will be 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, right? Any doubt till here? No doubts, right? Okay, so let us take some space and start hybridizing things. So you have the S, and then you will have P. So what I can do is I can just, I have to do it. I mean, one should be vertical, one should be, and then you can also have like this, right? And when they will mix, they will give you one lobe will be enlarged and the another lobe will be, I mean, equal only. It doesn't get anything. The another lobe, CV and CV. Yeah. So we have these 4 hybrid orbitals. These 4 hybrid orbitals. Now, what you have to imagine if you have these 4 hybrid orbitals. I mean, imagine them as balloons. And what will happen if you tie them together? If you will tie them together, what you will see is that you will have one of the balloon in the top, and the another 3 balloon will be making pyramidal kind of structure. So one of the balloon will be at the top, the 3 of them. Okay, so as you can see, this one is on the back side. Okay, this one is on the back side. This is kind of the shape that you can see, right? Let me show you the balloons only. Let me show you the balloons. If it would have been an offline classes, then I would have bought balloons for you. Balloon. You guys see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the structure. This is the structure that if you tie them, na. So this is what I mean. It is just nature. Okay, we are just observing this, and even if it is lobes or if it is a balloon, they acquire the same structure. So even from the macro level that you can see very clearly, it is quite the same thing that is happening in the very atomic level. They acquire the same shape. So that is how consistent the nature is. Done, guys? Let me know if you're done. Okay. What a chat. Acha, you want to zoom out? Okay. Yes, you can write now.
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. Okay, now we have to look at the angles, right? You have to look at the angles and the geometry here. So the angle here is 109.5 degrees. Okay, so the angle everywhere, this angle, or if you want to calculate this angle, or you want to calculate the angle between these two, all of these will be what? 109.5. Okay, 109.5. Now this tetrahedral structure, now you can make it even in a cube, but that I will teach you in 12th standard. Okay, that is more important. 12th standard solid state chapter. In that you will also have tetrahedral something. That in that we will learn that how this tetrahedral can be infused in a cube and how you can see that in a cube. And this is 109.5 degrees. The geometry will be tetrahedral. Tetrahedral. Okay. Now we can write, for example, obviously you have a very classic example of CH4 here, carbon, which has the valency of what? Valency of 4. That means it can make 4 sigma bonds. And as soon as you hear carbon, hydrogen should be ringing on the back of your head, okay? As the atom B, that is surrounding atom. Now here the central atom is carbon, and carbon has 1s2, 2s2, and 2p2. Then we will write the ground state. The ground state we will have the 2s and the 2p in this manner, that you have a paired electron in the 2s and 2 unpaired electrons in the p. So what do you think? Is promotion needed or not needed?
It's needed.
This promotion is needed, right? Why it is needed? Because carbon is making 4 bonds, but it only has 2 unpaired electrons, right? So this electron will go there, and then you will have the promotion, which will be like this. And after that, this S and these P's, that is the 3p orbitals, they will form hybrid orbital, which will be 4 hybrid orbitals will be formed, and these would be having all these are sp3. Okay, let me not write sp3 because I have to. Right. And obviously, if I look at hydrogen, you don't have to write this. Hydrogen has atomic number that is 1. The electronic configuration is 1s1. And 1s1, I can show it like this. And all the hydrogens will be having excuse me, sorry. Okay. So these hydrogens are having these electrons, and all of these will be bonding. All of these will be bonding. So do I need to draw the structure of CH4, or can I just?
It's better if you can draw.
Okay, no, I have got you the balloons here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, again, the geometry. Geometry is tetrahedral. Then you have the shape. Shape is also tetrahedral. And the bond angle. Bond angle is 109.5 degrees. Okay, 109.5 degrees. Now, why I'm writing geometry and shape, and when both of these things are same, that you will understand when you reach the next example for SP3, that is the case 2, when you have one lone pair and 3 sigma bonds. When you will have 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me know when you're done.
So can we also call corner atoms to the surrounding atoms?
Sorry, can we also?
I mean, corner atoms and surrounding atoms are same, right?
Ah, yeah. Corner atoms and surrounding atoms are same.
Okay.
Done? Umar?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now we will write the case, the next case. Case 2. Okay. Case 2 in which we have sigma bond is equal to how much? 3 plus the lone pair. The lone pair is equal to 1. And this would give me a steric number of 4. So if you have this arrangement, that is 3 sigma and 1 lone pair, so the steric number will be equal to 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4, right? And again, the hybridization will be the same. Okay, one more thing here. What will be AB? How many B will be there? How many B's will be there?
1.
1B. Why 1B? 3 sigma bonds now. So A will be making 3 sigma bonds with 3 B's,
Okay.
right? Right. And there will be 1 lone pair. There will be 1 lone pair. Okay. So the hybridization here also will be sp3. The atomic orbitals that will be taking part in this hybridization will be again what? This will be again S plus P plus P plus P, and the hybrid orbitals will be equal to 4sp3. This will be 4sp3. So we have already looked at what these hybrid orbitals will look like and how they are mixing together. Now what I will do, I will just write for this A. Okay, I will just write for this A. Please don't write anything right now. Please listen. Okay, listen very carefully. So I made things like this earlier, right? Yes or no? Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. That means the hybrid orbitals. Now what I am doing, I am inserting this atom A and I am just giving them the hybrid orbitals. So what this line represents is the hybrid orbital. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you will tell me, where will the electrons lie? The valence shell electron will always lie in the hybrid orbitals now. That is why the geometry, this is the geometry. Geometry is what? Geometry is again the same tetrahedral, right? Yes or no? Geometry is tetrahedral. Okay. Now what I will write the shape. Okay. Now for shape, what you have to look? You have to look at the bonds. And A is making which bonds? A is making bonds with B. So let me just put all the hybrid orbitals here and let me add B's here. So I can only add 3B. And here will be the lone pair electrons. If you will look at NCERT, they have made this kind of structure. So obviously, when I look at the shape, I can only see the bonds. I cannot see the electrons if I look at the if I'm looking for the shape, okay, that means this is the shape of the molecule. This is the shape of the molecule, and it is a pyramidal shape, right? You have 3 points as a base, and there's 1 point above. So this is what this is. Pyramid, right? This is a pyramid. Right? This is a pyramid. And this is a pyramid with a base of triangle, and it is trigonal pyramidal. And obviously this A is having a lone pair here. Okay, so this lone pair is not a bond. That is why we don't look at it when we are determining the shape. You guys got this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
You got the difference between geometry and shape? Umar, both of you?
Would you
Yes, Umar.
I wasn't able to understand.
Okay, so for geometry, you have to look at the hybrid orbitals. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And for shape, you have to look at the bonds.
Okay.
Okay. So for geometry, let's see, this is the geometry, that is the hybrid orbitals. Okay. So this is tetrahedral. But when I look at the bonds is what? They are trigonal pyramidal, sorry, trigonal pyramidal. So hence, geometry is what? It depends on the hybridization. Shape depends where the bonds are. Okay, shape depends where the bonds are, because I hope you understand that. Let us say, for example, A has a blue color in reality. Okay, A has a blue color in reality. This will be quite big. Acha, आप लोग लिखिए इसको. I'm showing you guys. Okay, I'm showing you guys. So I have to get nitrogen. Yeah. Okay, and I have to get no, not one stick. Yeah. Done, guys?
Yes, sir.
What about Umar? Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, can you see this?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now can you see why it is trigonal pyramidal? Because we have these bonds here. Okay, right? We have these bonds here. So this is one bond here, this is one bond here, this is one bond here. Now this can be the base of the pyramid, and this nitrogen part here, it is the top of the pyramid. Okay, that is why this is trigonal pyramidal. This is trigonal pyramidal.
understood.
Right? So we have got the shape and the geometry also. If we have the case 2, that is sigma bond is 3 and lone pair is 1. Sigma bond is 3 and lone pair is 1. Let me just now what we have to do, we have to assign some real atoms or real elements to these A and B's, right? To these A and B's. So you all will be helping me with that, even though you have looked at what is that element, B, B, and B. Okay, so let us, this A has the number of valence electron, because the number of valence electron is the thing which is determining which element is this. Okay, so the valence electron in A is how many? Valence electron is equal to non-bonded electron plus number of bonds, right? Because for each bond, it needs one electron pair in the valence shell. So number of non-bonded, yeah, Umar?
5.
Yeah, 5. Valence electron is 5, correct. Valence electron is 5. Now, if the valence electron is 5, there is only one candidate, that is group 15, right? Yes or no? Right, group 15. So from group 15, I will take nitrogen. And for B, I will take this as hydrogen because ammonia is a very famous and it is a very well-known molecule. So we have, let us take example. Okay, Rehab is here. No, Rahib is here. So he's not in our class. Example NH3. This has 2 electrons here. Achha, wait a second. Okay, many people are joining the. Let me just message them. Okay, NH3. Now in NH3, I hope you know the drill. Can you do this? Should I wait? Tell me. Achha, no, this is a bit different, I think. So let me just do it. Okay. You will need to answer me, but so nitrogen with the atomic number 7, and it has 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, right? 2p3. So ground state will have S and 3p. So nitrogen is making how many bonds? Nitrogen is making how many bonds? Yes, guys, nitrogen is making how many bonds? How many?
3.
3 bonds, na? And how many unpaired electron does it have?
3.
3 unpaired electrons, right? So what will happen? So this S and all these P, they will mix together and they will form the hybrid orbital. So promotion is not needed, and hence you will have 4 orbital, which is sp3. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this has 5 electrons. That is why this will be sp3. Wait a second. Ilma, Shweta, you guys are for which class? You want to attend whose lecture? Yes, Ilma, Shweta, Rahib, Mubashira, Zarka. Acha, not for this class. Sania, Shalu, acha, not for this class. Okay, yeah. These guys are leaving. Okay. Yes, Sania, Mubashira, and Shalu. Okay, they are all gone. Mubashira and Sania are not gone. Yes, Mubashira. Sania is also gone. Chalo. Fine. Now, hybrid orbital is what? sp3. This is also sp3. This is also sp3. This is also sp3. This is also sp3. Right. So we have 4 sp3 orbitals. Okay. Now what we need? We need to write the hydrogens. Hydrogen has 1 electron in each of them, and hydrogen, 3 hydrogens will be there. 1, 2, and 3. So these will be forming bonds like this. And then you will have, okay, let me just get the structure for nitrogen, okay? This is the structure for nitrogen. And obviously, as you can see that the hybridization is what? Hybridization is, sp3. The geometry is tetrahedral. And the shape is Shape is what? Shape is trigonal,
Pyramidal.
pyramidal. It is not pyramidal, it is trigonal pyramidal, okay? Because if you, okay, can you please look up for the pyramids of Egypt? And now comes the important part, that's bond angle. We will discuss bond angle. First, write all of these things. Can you look up for the Egyptian pyramids?
Yes.
What kind of base is that? Is it trigonal or it is something else?
Trigon.
It is trigonal.
ठीक से देखिए. How many faces can you see?
Where?
Yeah, it is a square base. Right? Reba, can you see this? It is a square base.
Yes, sir.
Now let us talk about the bond angle. Okay, let us talk about the bond angle here. in the Vesper theory, I have, yeah, I did write that the order of repulsion for bond pair and lone pairs. Yes or no? We wrote that, correct? That lone pair
Yes,
repulsion will be
lone
highest.
pair, then lone pair, bond pair higher than bond pair.
Yeah, exactly. So we have nitrogen, and it has 3 bonds like this, right? And it has 1 lone pair like this. So there will be some repulsion between the bonds. There will be some repulsion between the bonds like this, and there will be some repulsion between the lone pair and the bonds. Okay, the lone pairs and the bonds. So because lone pair and bond pair repulsion is lone pair, bond pair repulsion is greater than bond pair. That is why they will repel them hard, and these bond will shrink a bit. Okay, these bond will shrink a bit. And originally, if we had tetrahedral geometry, the angle was 109.5. So this angle will be less than 109.5. Okay, and for NH3 it is 107 degrees, and some books write 107 or 107.5. But you may write any one of them, 107.5 or 107, both are correct. Obviously, if there is a debate in 0.5 degrees angle, then you can write obviously both. For nitrogen, CH4, water, you have to memorize the bond angles. And obviously, see, initially it is very easy. For example, if you have linear structure like this, there is A, there is B, and there is B, then this will be how much? 180 degree. Then you have trigonal planar, this will be 120 degree. It is very intuitive. For tetrahedral, it will be 109.5 degrees. Okay, 109.5 degrees. Now, if you have tetrahedral in which you have a lone pair, then it will get reduced to 107. And then we will look further. Okay, then we will look further. So some are very intuitive. Okay, some are very intuitive. For NH3 and all, you have to memorize. Sometimes they will directly ask you. और ऐसे सवालों का होता ही है ना कि मान लीजिए आपने याद करके अगर आप चले गए तो आप उसके बारे में सोचिएगा भी नहीं कि क्या पूछा है, लेकिन आपने अगर नहीं याद किया और वो एग्जाम में आ गया तो दिस इज एन इजी क्वेश्चन, इट इज नॉट अ टफ क्वेश्चन कंसेप्चुअली. तो बहुत अफसोस होता है कि फ्री का था, एक 3 डिजिट का अगर एंगल याद करके चले जाते हैं हम तो 1 मार्क्स आ जाता है ना. सो प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट. लेट मी नो इफ यू आर डन गाइस. Okay, Reba is done. What about Muhammad Umar? Acha, okay, fine. Both of you are done. Now we'll do the case. This is case 2. Then we will do the case 3 here. Okay, the case 3 for sp3 hybridization. Case 3. Case 3 for sigma. For the state number 4, the sigma bond can be also equal to 2, and there can be also 2 lone pairs. Okay, and this will give you the steric number 4. So the steric number 4 for this case, steric number for this case is 4. The hybridization is again sp3, right? And all the things are same here. All the things are same here. And the molecule will be AB2 with 2 lone pairs, right? AB2 with 2 lone pairs. So what I will be doing here, I will be first drawing the geometry. The geometry will be A. So this is the geometry, right? You can get also draw the hybrid orbital like this. This is the geometry. But when I look at the shape will be A, and there will be only 2 bonds like this, and there will be 2 lone pairs like this. And there will be 2 lone pairs like this. So obviously this shape, this geometry is tetrahedral, but the shape is what bent, or some books write it as angular. Okay, and one important point regarding the bond angle here. Okay, the bond angle here. See, obviously there are now 2 lone pairs, so they will be exerting more and more repulsion. So this bond angle will be what? Even less than the previous bond angle. If the lone pair was only 1, then the bond angle was 107. Now there are 2 lone pairs, so they will these 2 will come more near, and the bond angle will decrease and be less than 107 degrees. Okay, so this is our idea. I mean, this is our idea that it will be less than 107 degree. Okay, so please write this. While writing, you can also think about the compound or the element which can take the place of A and the element which can take the place of B for this case. Done, guys?
Yes, sir.
What about Muhammad Umar? Done? Muhammad Umar Abdullah, done, guys? So we have here A, the valence electron for A will be, there are 2 bonds plus 4 non-bonded electrons. This will be 6, and this can be only true for group 16, right? For group 16. And for B, I will take this as hydrogen. So from group 16, I can take oxygen. So the molecule will be OH2 or H2O. OH2 or H2O. Yes, Muhammad Umar, are you done?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm done.
Achha. So for example, you can write H2O. And here also the story is all the same. Okay, now this kind of a drill that you can also do. Oxygen, which has the atomic number is, what is the atomic number for oxygen?
6, 8, 8.
8, right. 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. The ground state will be S subshell, which is having 2 electrons. There will be P subshell with 3 orbitals, 1, 2, 3, and 4. H2O has, oxygen is making 2 bond. It has 2 unpaired. That means there is no promotion needed. Directly write hybrid orbitals. Okay, so the way, I mean, this is the right, not the right way to fill the orbitals. So let me just fill it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, these are the hybrid orbitals, and then you will have the 2 atomic orbitals for hydrogen. These will be making bond, and hence you will have oxygen with 2 hydrogens and 2 lone pairs. Hybridization is sp3. Geometry is tetrahedral. After geometry tetrahedral, you have the shape. Shape is bent, and the angle is 104.5 degrees. Okay, so this is the actual real angle. We predicted it to be less than 107. So we are very much accurate. We are very much near to the angle that we were supposed to find. Okay, so that is why this hybridization theory works so really well. Sometimes it cannot predict the angles and all, but usually for most of the molecule, it works pretty well, and it is quite a simple and not a very mathematical type of concept. I mean, there is some basis for math. There's some hybridization mathematics, but not in your syllabus, obviously. But conceptually, it is simple. Conceptually, it is simple. So please write this down. Let me know if you're done. And after this, we will look at some more example. What I can do is, yeah, we will look at some more examples for carbon atom. We'll be making ethyne molecule and the ethene molecule. And after that, only we will go to steric number 5, and after that, steric number 6. So only 2 steric numbers are left. Please write this down. Let me know if you're done. Okay, Reba is done.
Done.